So here we have my tank. Been experiencing some problems with white spot. As you can see, my blue tang and my powder tang are the two that have the problem at the moment. It seems, well, I suppose all bad spot, as you can see there, all white spot is bad, but they're the only two that seem to really have it at the moment. So I'm going to go through the steps that I'm taking to try and get rid of it, I suppose. Now, a lot of people suggest that you remove all your fish, put them in a separate tank, quarantine tank, and treat them for there, and then 25 days later, or 6 weeks minimum, they reckon, you can put your fish back in there, because apparently the life cycle of the parasite is then over and they don't have any host fish to breed off. So I'm just going to go through with my step-by-steps, day-by-day films, and just to see if I can actually cure it without taking my fish out of the tank, because I don't have another tank to put them in, which I dare say a lot of us would have this problem, that we don't really have the money available to run such quarantine tanks. And yeah, as you can see, I don't have any corals, I don't have any invertebrates. I took all those out, my starfish and hermit crabs and whatnot, so it's just strictly fish. So we'll see what we can do, and then also we'll see how the tank reacts to trying to get rid of all the copper out, so then later on we can put our inverts back in and our corals as such, and go from there. If this works, well then you all have proof of what to do and how we can maybe fix it when we're in this certain situation. So as you can see, I've got lipstick tangs, yellow tangs, rabbitfish, foxface, 2 clownfish, blue tang, cleaner wrasse, and a powder tang. Obviously this is a pretty new tank. It's hard to say how the white spot got in here, but I do know how the white spot got in here, but it's hard to point out which fish it came in on. So today I went and got myself some treatment, which is, as we know, I'll just reach for it, Cupramine. Copper. So this is what everyone's been saying works the best. So we'll see how it all goes. I put my first dose in today, which the rate is 1 mil per 40 litres. So what I did, obviously a lot of people might sit there and take the dimensions of their tank and work out how many litres the tank holds, but the one thing I probably should suggest to use is keep in mind that the rock and the ornaments that you have in your tank are going to take up space, to which would minimise the amount of water your tank can hold. So although this tank here can hold 431 litres, doesn't mean that I have 431 litres in there, because as you can see I have a lot of rock in there that takes up a lot of space. So I took all my rock out today while I was picking up my inverts. I took a note of where the water level was once I took all my rock out, and I measured it and come back at 196 litres. So I put the amount of copper in the water, which I think from memory was, I think it was about 5 mil. It was about Actually, sorry, it wasn't 5 mils, 4.7 mil approximately in here. And then, as it says, to redose in 48 hours. So I will be putting in a further 4.7 mils in. What I do suggest is doing it this way, obviously, because you can see how your fish react to the copper. Not all fish react to it the same. But I also do recommend getting a copper removal sponge. So if you do see your fish acting ill towards the treatment, you can then throw a sponge in there, and it will actually remove any traces of copper in your tank. I don't know how effective it is, because like I said, this is the first time that I've ever had to deal with this. So we'll see how it goes. I have been told that the copper treatment does affect your bacteria levels. It also has the ability to leach into your rock and release your copper out over time, which makes it difficult to remove. But we will deal with that as we go. As you can see, everything's all good. I don't have any corals in tanks or anything like that where I need to worry about getting them into another tank. So I do have time on my side when it comes to trying to figure out if this method and this way of treating with copper is actually doable. So I will keep you posted. And if you have any comments or any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer as much as I can. Yeah, sweet as.